Hey, what's up everyone? New South Wales Steam fan, your buddy Mitchell from Southern Aurora Entertainment here, and I figured that this video needed to be different. Like, I needed to show my face no matter how just unready it looks, because this is something I think the whole fandom needs to hear, specifically the Thomas fandom, and fandoms everywhere should take note as well. Because there's a hugely problematic trend that's growing when channels prioritize rage bait and receiving as much hate comments as possible over just being an actual fan, which is doing what you love, not just talking about what you hate and hating on people. I'll get to that later in this, but what this is about is the Thomas fandom, which is a particular hotspot for this for some reason, because there's a lot of channels in this fandom dedicated to mixing this innocent children's show that people go back to for that childhood nostalgia, that world they want to return to, and mixing it with all this political nonsense. Like, just trying overall to make people as angry as possible and become as hated as possible. One specific example, I'm not going to drop a name because I don't want to gain the engagement they crave. Started off actually on the right track making wooden railway reviews, but because those weren't getting a lot of views, he decided to do something that would grab more attention, which he got when he said some things about the character Emily that were interpreted as misogynistic. He was at a crossroads in his YouTube career where he could have apologized and continued on like normal or doubled down, and when he saw the amount of views this controversial video got, he decided to double down and become as misogynistic and homophobic and transphobic and racist and fatphobic and just any kind of bigoted degeneracy you can find all on his channel. That's what his content is now. And it's all summed up when he makes a video that says that the current dictator running the United States is going to save Thomas and Friends from Mattel, when that is just a load of bullcrap. It's impossible, regardless of your political standing on anything. And you might be wondering why I'm talking about him. Like, if you think I'm bothered by him, sorry about this, I did not script anything here because I felt this needed to be grounded, but if you think I am not kept up by him at night, you're right. You know why? Because I don't give his content the engagement he desires. And that's simply because I see the thumbnails and titles of his videos and I know immediately what they're about, because I keep getting these alt-right rage bait videos recommended on my YouTube channel for no reason whatsoever. I don't know what the hell's wrong with YouTube's algorithm, and I immediately know what these videos are about. And word of mouth, like some other horrible things this guy has done, like a Discord server filled with all the racism you could find, and actually threatening children at a Dare with Thomas event, or from what I've heard, it's just horrible. The only thing that makes me seethe is the fact that YouTube is allowing some of these channels to be monetized and have a store and perks, while other good YouTubers like NWR1991 and Thomas Winner with 2 Henry Free are struggling to get monetization and mostly relying on Patreon for their revenue, which is just sad. But that's the only thing that keeps me, like, wondering why this is all happening. Otherwise, I don't give these channels the engagement they crave for one simple reason. I know their weakness. Apathy. When I say I do not care what these channels are doing, that just isn't enough. I don't even say anything about them. Unless someone asks me about it, in which I just say, the less we say, the better. Because the less we do say of them, the less power they have. It will probably push them to doing something desperate, like say some truly deplorable stuff to get more views out of desperation if the less engagement they get, but that will only incriminate them for and potentially get them a well-deserved copyright strike. And that reminds me of another thing that these channels do. Copyright striking people who give them criticism, which is already a horrible trend on YouTube as it is, but it is also shown to be a weakness. Like, when you get your ego dented, and your first response is to silence people through a copyright strike, not only does it threaten people who are actually innocent and haven't really done anything, but it goes to show how truly fragile you are when you are willing to abuse YouTube's copyright system to silence people who criticize you. And that shows how weak these channels are. But enough about talking about the real degeneracy in the fandom. What I want to end this video of is a long discussion about why you have to ignore, because they're not real fans. And you know why? Because real fans of any show, like not just Thomas, or any show, they spend their time talking about what they like. They can talk about what they don't like as much as they want, but when that's all they do, then that's not real fan behavior, because you gotta leave room to talk about what you like about something you're in the fandom for. If there's something that you just don't like, you're only focusing on that, then you're not a real fan, you're just a troll trying to make people angry. And this leads me to my real message. Instead of giving these people the engagement that fuels them, just do what you like. Just watch what you like. Just watch, if you like Big Adventures, just watch that. I don't only support it, I encourage it. If you like the Brenner era episodes, watch that. If you like The Great Race, just watch that. If you like All Engines Go, that's fine. Fine, more power to you. Heck, even stuff that I don't agree with, like the trends that I don't like custom Thomas OCs, if that makes you happy and it's fun, more power to you. Go ahead, do it. If it makes you happy, go ahead. Because that's what this is all about. Being happy, staying true to yourself, and just going to the true center of why this show has a fandom in the first place. Whether it be because you like trains and like stories with them, or you just like a wholesome cartoon that you grew up with and want to relive for that special place of nostalgia, go ahead. I support that. Because I support you doing something that makes you happy. And that's where I'm going to end this off. Sorry if this felt like if it was trying to be too emotional. I just felt that the fandom needed to hear this. And I know I didn't script any of it. I apologize if it sounded janky, but I just felt that a script would have made it seem too corporate or just too plastic, like whatever. The main takeaway of this video before I end it off, don't give in to the negativity. Embrace the positivity and do what you love, because that's what this fandom is here for. Thanks for watching, and peace out.